This conference will now be recorded.
In the previous session, we started developing Lightning component by using Aura framework. By using Aura framework, that is nothing but a form. Okay, we are collecting the data from the user. We are collecting the data from the user. Where we added that component, where we added that Lightning component, we added that Lightning component to the contact page, right? Go to here, contacts, where we added. Okay, go to contacts, take any one of this contact, right, not this one. Okay, where we added exactly, go to your leads, go to lead. I think not here, not here. Okay, forget about this one. So we developed one lightning component, right? Now we want to find that lightning component. Okay, go to developer console, go to the developer console and go to file. Okay, go to file, open lightning resource. Suppose we want to find an existing lightning component, go to your open lightning resource. What is our lightning component? Form creation, right? This is our lightning component. You have to search it here. Form, see here, it is not coming. Why it is not coming? Because of I'm searching with my lightning component name is nothing but form creation. This is F is capital letter. F is capital letter, but here we are searching with the small letters. But we are searching with the small letters here. Form. It is not coming. Okay, it is not coming. Why it is not coming? In the sense means Aura is a case sensitive. Aura is a case sensitive. JavaScript is a case sensitive. But Apex programming is not case sensitive. Apex class, whatever we are writing, Apex class, right? That is not case sensitive. Case sensitive in the sense means small letter, capital letter, it doesn't matter. But Lightning Aura, Lightning Web Component, and JavaScript, all these are case sensitive. Case sensitive in the sense that there is a difference between small letter and capital letter. It will not identify. Okay, it will not identify. Our Lightning component in the previous session we developed, that is called form creation. This is a component. Click on this one. So this is our form, right? This is our form. Now what I will do is I will add this lightning component. I will add this lightning component to the lead record page. Okay, go to the lead, go to the leads, any record pages. Okay, I will just go and add to the lead record page. Go to here, go to here and go to edit page, go to edit page. I will just go and create one tab. In that tab, we will add this lightning component. Okay, whatever we develop, right? We will add that lightning component to that tab. Okay, now go to here. Okay, yeah, I think we added here student form, right? This is our lightning component. Click on this one. Yes, see here. This is our lightning component form creation. So suppose we want to add in the sense means go to here, click on this one, click on this one. Here we have some tabs are there, right? Go to here, add a tab, add a tab, and provide any name like student form or anything, any name. Click on done. Then what about your tab? See, this is our tab, right? This is our tab, and this is our tab, right? In the from left hand side, go to here. From the left hand side, where is our component? Form creation, right? Just drag and drop. That is enough. We are first creating one tab. In that tab, our lightning component we are adding here. We are adding our lightning component here. Means we are adding this lightning component to the record page. To the record page, right? This is a record page, right? We're adding this lightning component to the record page, right? So which interface we have to implement? We have to implement this record page interface, right? Available for all page types or record home page. These interfaces we have to implement, right? Suppose we will not implement that interface, then what it will happen? My lightning component is not available here. My lightning component is not available here. In the previous case, whenever we are trying to developing a detail page button, suppose we will not add a standard controller, then what happens? Our page is not available, right? While creating a detail page button, our visual force page is not available, right? Like that, here we are trying to developing that lightning component, one lightning component. That lightning component we are adding We are adding to the record page. Then which interface we have to use, implement? Which interface we have to implement? For all pages, this is for all pages, or this record home interfaces we have to implement. Suppose I will not implement, then what happened? So whenever we are trying to adding, my lightning component is not available because of we did not implemented this interface. We did not implemented this interface. And one more thing coming in here, this is go to here. I'm trying to opening one lead. This is my lead. This is student form tab. Now we want to find, my client is asking, but this is one student form tab is there. In this tab, one UI is there. You have to perform some changes on this UI. That is my client is expecting. My client what is expecting is one lead record is there. In the lead record, we have one tab is there, that is nothing but student form. In that tab, in that form, some UI is there, that we have to do some changes. What kind of changes? Forget about that. Then what we have to do? We have to come into the record page. Go to here, edit page. First we have to find under student form what is there. It is a lightning component or what exactly? So now go to student form. Click on the student form. Click on this one. In the right hand side here, you have to observe it will show page form creation, right? So this is under student form, we added form creation lightning component. So suppose we want to find, this is student form is one tab. In that form, in that tab, under this tab, which lightning component we added? How we know? Suppose you joined in the project, we have one tab like this. Under this tab, some UI is there. Now we want to perform some changes to that particular UI. How we know this UI is developed based on this component, Visual Force Pages lightning component? How we know? Is nothing but go to that particular record page. And click on this one. In the right hand side here, you have to observe page form creation is there. This is nothing but a lightning component. So we will find the lightning component like this. Okay, no one will suggest this. Under this tab, this is the lightning component. You have to go and you have to work. No one will guide us. We have to find. Whenever we will get a requirement, this tab is made based on which lightning component or which page, that we have to find. Now coming into our concept, previously we developed a lightning component, right? In this lightning component, what we are doing, we are collecting the data from the user, right? See here, we are collecting the first name, last name, mother name, some other fields. We are trying to collecting the data from the user, right? So once we collected the data from the user, then what we will do? Then what we will do? Okay, what we will do is nothing but coming into here. So we are collecting the data from the user. Okay, we are collecting the data from the user. See, this is my UI. So you are collecting the data, first name, last name, mother name, some other fields. We are collecting the data from the user, and click on the submit button and click on the cancel button. Then what we are expecting? So whatever the data is there, right? This data you have to take, and here we have one object is there. In that object we have to insert. Okay, we are collecting the data from the user. Based on that data, we have one object. In that object, we have to create a record. Finally, we are working with this object. We are inserting or updating. Forget about this. So we are collecting the data. That data here we are inserting into our object. We are performing insert operation. Update operation, delete operation, select operation. All these type of operation we will always write inside Apex classes only. So this lightning component, whether it is a LWC or Aura or Visual Force Space, finally to collect the data or to display the data only. Once we collected the data, then what we have to do with that data? I want to create a record. Yes, we have to write that logic inside Apex class. So pass this data into this particular Apex class. Pass this data into our Apex class. So whenever we will click on the submit button, what I am trying to say is we are collecting the data. Based on that data, we are trying to inserting into the object. So that logic where we have to write inside Apex class only. Inside Apex class here, inside Apex class. Okay, inside Apex class. Whenever we will click on the submit button, what it will happen? what it will happen in the Visual Force pages, what it will happen, our request, it will go to the server, right? From the server, what is doing, we are passing the data to the Apex class, right? We are passing the data to the Apex class. From the Apex class, we are trying to inserting the data, right? So the same thing here. Now coming into our Lightning, we are taking the data from the user. Yes, once we take the data, what is our target? Finally here we have one object. In that object we have to insert. Finally that is our target. Whether you are trying to developing Visual Force space or Lightning component, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Finally our target is we have to interact with the object. So where we will write that logic? That we have to understand. So in the Lightning component level we will write that logic? No. In the Visual Force level, we write that logic? No. Visual Force space or Lightning or web component always to take the data or to present the data or some type of validations only. Whether this field is blank or this field is not blank, these type of validations only we will perform. Suppose we want to push the data into the object or we want to get the data into the object, always we have to write our Apex class only. So here also, what is our target? We are collecting the data. Now I want to insert the data into the object. Inserting the data into the object in the sense means what it will come into picture. In between Apex class, it will come into picture, right? This is an Apex class. So now here, this is our Lightning component. From this Lightning component, we have to pass the data into the Apex class. Any questions?
Roger, so what is the exact terminology? Like if somebody asks me in the interview, what is the exact terminology we should use? Say for
When
Visual Force or LWC, whatever you take from that, you are writing the logic in the Apex class, right?
yes, Shiva.
So what is the exact terminology you should use so that to explain that?
Terminology in the sense means which scenario? What is the question? So what type
No,
of
like
question?
whatever you are taking, you want to insert that thing in. You want to insert that things to object, right?
Yes.
You are pushing into object. For that, we are writing this logic, or we are writing this code in the Apex class, right?
Yes.
So how can I explain to the interviewer if somebody asks like what is Visual Force, what is WLC, LWC? So and
What is like?
from that, yeah.
So the
Means
Visual
maybe
Force,
difference adugutunnareమో.
yeah. The
No,
question is,
it's not difference actually. Whatever you take Visual Force కానీ ఏ కాంపౌండ్ తీసుకున్నా లాస్ట్ at the end of the day, at the end of the thing, you need to call that from Apex class, right?
yes.
So
Yes. So finally, suppose anyone will ask, suppose you develop Lightning component, why you develop the Lightning component, or why you develop the Visual Force pages, or anything, why in the, what is the difference or anything finally. So now we want to present the data to the user, the same terminology. I developed Lightning component. So I developed Visual Force space. So to collect the data from the user, once we collected the data from the user, now I want to insert the data into the object. That's why I wrote controller. The controller is nothing but Apex class. Presenting for UI design is nothing but I developed by using Visual Force space. UI design we developed by using Lightning component. The same terminology is only. Whatever we are using, right? The same terminology is on.
so writing UI, and from that, and we need to write that in Apex class.
Yes. So they will ask, for example, you work with the Visual Force space. What is the scenario you work with the Visual Force space? Yes, I designed one form. We are collecting the data from the user. Once we collected the data from the user, that data I am passing into the controller. Okay, by using Apex class, Visual Force space Apex class. Coming into the Lightning component also. Why you develop Lightning component? Yes, we are developing one form. That form it will collect the data from the user. So once we collect the data from the user, now we want to insert the data into the object, so that we are writing controller. That is nothing but Apex class. Shiva? It's clear, Shiva, or any question?
Got it. So UI, you are developing UI. From UI, you are writing a code for in the Apex by using controller.
Yeah, controller. So now we are trying to developing one user interface. This is my user interface. Okay, this is my user interface. This is my user interface. Okay, this is my user interface. We are collecting the data from the user and click on the save button. Once click on the save button, then what we are doing? What we are doing? We are sending our request to the server, right? Where is the server? I did not install any server, but where is the server? Ours is a cloud computing. That's why everything is inbuilt available. From the server, it will go to our Apex class, right? From the Apex class, what we are doing? We are inserting the data into the object, right? Into the object. Okay. So this is in the Visual Force space. This is in the Visual Force space. Here, instead of Apex class, we will call it as a controller. Instead of Apex class, we will call it as a controller. So we are collecting the data, we are inserting the data into the object. Okay. Now coming into Lightning component. So this is my Lightning component. So in this Lightning component, how many items are there? How many items are there in the Lightning component? So this is component, right? This is component. See how many items are there? This is my Lightning component. Here you have to observe. Component is there, controller is there, helper is there, style is there. Where we are writing these tag, input to text tag, declaring the variable, where we are doing and which item we are doing in the component level, right? So in the component level, finally this is my Lightning component. In this Lightning component, 8 items are there. In the 8 items, on which component, on which item we are working? We are taking the data from the user. In the first item, right? The first item we will call it as a component. So Lightning component bundle is a combination of 8 items. Combination of 8 items. In 8 items, where we are writing our logic to take the data, to display the data. Always we have to use the first item. Suppose we want to collect the data, suppose we want to declare the variables, suppose we want to present the data, these type of logic we will always write inside the component. That is nothing but first one. So here we are writing a component. Here we are writing a component. This component where we are writing in this Lightning bundle. Yes, here we are collecting the data. Here we are collecting the data. Once we collected the data, what is our target? Here we have server is there. We have one server is there. So finally we have to pass our request to the server. From the server, what we have to do? We have to write our logic inside Apex class. From the Apex class, what we are doing? We are inserting into the backend, right? We are inserting the backend. So here we are collecting the data at the component level. Component level is nothing but in the Lightning component bundle, the first item is nothing but components here. This is a component bundle. How many items are there? 8 items are there. Here on which item we are writing this logic? In the component level we are writing this logic. What is this logic? Collecting the data and storing into the attributes. Collecting the data and storing into the attributes or displaying the data. So all these type of logic we will write inside component. Yes, we are collecting the data. Then what is my next step? I want to pass my data to this Apex class. To this Apex class, and we have to insert the data. Finally our target. Then how to pass? How to pass is nothing but when here we are trying to developing a button, right? We are trying to developing a button, right? Whenever we will click on this button, whenever we will click on this button, our request, it will send to the controller. Here second item is there. Second item here you have to observe, this is nothing but controller. So whenever we will click on this button, our request automatically it will send to this controller. This is nothing but client side controller. This is nothing but client side. Client, why I am using the terminology client? Two terminologies: client, server. Client, server, generally two terminologies. Here client side controller, why I am calling it as a client side controller? Client means what? User. How we are present, we have to present the data. Finally we will show the data to the user or collect the data from the user, right? Or collect the data from the user. How we are developing that one? By using Lightning component or by using Visual Force pages. UI, we will always call it as a client. UI, always call it as a client. Apex class, always call it as a server side. So in the client side also we have one controller. Client side in the sense means in the Lightning component level. In the Lightning component level also we have controller. Why we will call it as a client means we are, whatever we are presenting the data to the user, that generally we will use it as a client side. Okay, here in the client side also we have one controller. Whenever you will click on this particular button, our request automatically it will go to this controller. How the system know it should go to the controller? In the sense means this is a framework. Every framework it will design. Whenever you will click on this button, then immediately you have to go to this item. From that you have to go to this item. That is called the framework. That is called the framework. Finally, we are writing one lightning component. In that lightning component, in this bundle, the first item is nothing but component. In this component, we are collecting the data from the user. Once we collected the data from the user, we have to pass that data to the Apex class. How to pass the data is nothing but whenever you will click on the submit button, our request, this data first we have to send it to the controller. We have to send it to the controller. Here is one controller, here also one controller, means this is server side controller, this is client side controller, this is client side controller. So our next target is whenever we will click on this particular button, we have to pass our request to the controller. Here from the controller, some another item is there. I will interact with the helper. I will interact with the helper. This is third item. See here, the second item is nothing but controller. Whenever you will click on the button, in the button we developed, it will go to our request, it will go to the second item. From the second item, it will go to the third item. From the third item, what is the second item name? Second item name is nothing but controller. The first item name is nothing but component. The from the second item, we are passing our request to the third item. What is our third item? The third item is nothing but helper. From the helper, I will connect with the server. From the server, it will go to our request to the Apex class. So whenever we will click on this particular component level, whenever we will click on this button, then our request, where it will go to? It will go to the controller. Controller means two controllers are there. Server side controller, client side controller. Which controller it will go to? Client side controller. Why we are using the terminology client? Means we are presenting the data to the user or collecting the data to the user, then we will call it as a UI, that is nothing but client. We will always use the terminology. Server side means Apex classes only. Here we have one controller, that is client side. Whenever whenever an event occur, in the lightning component, event means whenever we will click on this particular button here, whenever we will click on this particular button, we have to tell to the button boss, in controller we have one method, you have to go to that particular method. So the second item is what? Whenever we will click on the button, where our request it will go to? Third item it will go to, or fourth item it will go to, or fifth item? Which item it will go to? It will go to the controller. Yes, how it know? It should go to exactly to the controller. That's why this is called framework. Now coming into here, I am telling to the command button. I am telling to the save button. Whenever you will click, right? We have one attribute is there, that is nothing but on click. Go to here, Apex developer guide. 1 second. Go to here, component library, lightning component library. See, go to here. So whenever we will click on this particular button, what is our target? Finally, our target is we have to interacting with the object. So interacting with the object in the sense means we have to write our business logic inside Apex class. Inside Apex class means this is a server side. So how we are passing this data to this Apex class? Here in the Visualforce page, directly we are passing setters and getters. But here we are using framework. Framework means we have to follow some format. So we don't have any chance directly. You have a question, boss, why these two items are there? Directly I will pass my request to the server. It is very easy, right? No, it is not easy. So there is, I will explain. Going forward, I will explain. We are splitting the logic. Instead of writing in a single page, we are splitting the logic here. Our logic we are writing in a single page. But here what we are doing? Whenever you will click on this particular button, I am telling to this command button, you have to go to this particular controller. The controller is nothing but second item. How this know is nothing but exactly should go to the controller means this is a framework. They design like that. Now go to here, button is there, right? Go to your button, and where is this button? This is our button, right? Here you have to observe in the button, which button we selected? Third button, right? Brand. So here go to your variant is equal to brand. Here you have to observe on click. We have one attribute is there. Whenever user click on this particular button, we have to tell to the command button, boss, see here. We are telling to this command button. We are telling to this command button. I'm telling to this command button. You have to go to this particular method. You have to go to this particular method. Call controller any name. Call controller method or anything. Okay. Call controller method. This is my method name. This is my method name. I'm telling to this button. I'm telling to this button. Any user click on this particular button, then you have to call this particular method. This button is asking, boss, you are telling this method, right? Where is this method? I'm telling C. Here you have to observe C. C means in the controller. Controller means client side controller. In the second item, we will call it as a client side controller. In the client side controller, we have one method. You have to call that particular method that we are telling to this particular button. So whenever user click on this particular button, I am telling to this command button, boss, in the controller we have one method is there. You have to pass our request to that particular method. So here this is the C. C means C stands for controller, client side controller. Where is this method? This method is in this client side controller. I am telling to this command button, my save button I am telling. Suppose anyone will click, then what I have to do? This button is asking. I am telling to this button, boss, you have to call this method. This button is asking, where is this method? I am indicating C. C means controller. Controller means client side controller. So finally I am telling to this command button, you have to call this particular method. That method is inside client side controller. Like that I will just go and add one more method. See here I am telling to this cancel button, whenever user click on this particular button, call controller, call cancel method or anything, any name, custom cancel. Any questions on this one? Any questions or any confusion, please let me know. Okay, so finally we are telling to this button, whenever any user, see here, where is my UI? This is my UI. I'm telling to this command button, I'm telling to this save button, any user will click, what I have to do? This button is asking, I'm telling to this button, if anyone will click, call this particular method, again this button is asking, where is that method? That method is C, means client side controller. I'm telling to this cancel button, you have to call this particular method. This button is asking, where is this button? This button is C, means client side controller. Client side controller is nothing but second one. Now go to the second one. Here you have to observe. This is a second item, right? So our request is coming to the controller, right? Controller. So this is my second item, right? This is my second item. Here you have to observe the syntax. The second item, the file is nothing but JavaScript file. So I'm saying the word method, but here it is a function. Okay. Here you have to observe the second item is completely JavaScript file. The third item is also this is completely JavaScript file. This is completely .js means JavaScript file. So here we have to write completely our logic inside. I mean, this is completely JavaScript file. This is completely JavaScript file. Okay, this is completely JavaScript file. So it is inbuilt available. See here, this is one method. How we'll write a method generally? How we will write a method? So public void m1 and open bracket, close bracket, and these are the parameters, right? String yes, like under some other parameters, right? Some other parameter. Here they are also writing the same thing. What is your method name? My method name is nothing but m1. So and here they will call it as a function because of this is a JavaScript. So here it is taking three parameters. What is these three parameters means? I will explain. See here this is the, in the class terminology we will call it as a method. The second file is completely JavaScript file. We are writing this logic here. This is JavaScript logic, JavaScript syntaxes only. So how we know this is a JavaScript, right? Here you have to observe .js is there, right? Form creation controller. Whenever you click on the third one, what is the extension? .js. .js means JavaScript. Whenever you will click on the component, what is the extension? This is nothing but .component. The second file is JavaScript file. The third file is also JavaScript file. So in the JavaScript, instead of method, we will call it as a function. Instead of method, this is called a function. See here, this is my method name or this is my function name. So in this function, here my action is there, right? Instead of my action, what I will do, I'm telling to this command button, whenever you will click on this, you have to go to this particular method, or we will call it as a function. So we have to write this function, right? This is my function, this is my function. This is same like this public. Here we are using global access modifier, right? Global void, this is my method. See here, this is my method, same thing. I'm telling to this command button, you have to call this particular javascript function. Javascript function, this is this, my javascript function name is nothing but this one. Then here it is, here you have to observe, it is taking three parameters. What is this component, what is this event, what is this helper? What is this helper is nothing but coming into here. This is in the second component, right? This is second item, right? Second item is nothing but controller, right? This is nothing but third item, right? That is nothing but helper, right? The first item is there, right? The first item name is nothing but component, right? Finally all these items we will call it as a bundle, right? All these items we will call it as a bundle, right? Whenever we will click on this button, our request, it will go to this second item, right? In the second item, suppose we want to fetch the first item. Suppose I want to get the first name value, suppose I want to get the last name value. How to get, how to get means we need some reference, right? We need some reference, right? That is nothing but this one. What I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to say is, go to here. This is my lightning component, right? This is my lightning component. In this lightning component bundle, how many items are there? The first item is nothing but component, right? In the component, what we are doing, we are collecting the data from the user, right? Once we collected the data, what we are, what is our target? To interact with the backend, that is nothing but object. So whenever user click on the submit button, then what we are doing, our request we are passing to the second item. The second item, what here it is called, that is nothing but controller. That is second item is nothing but controller. From the second item, where we are passing our request, we are passing to the third item. Third item is nothing but helper. Third item is nothing but helper. So from the helper we are interacting with the backend. Now coming into here, whenever user click on the submit button, I am telling to the submit button, in the controller we have one function is there, you have to go to that particular function. Yes, it is going into this particular function. Assume that I want to perform some validation here, whether you are entered blank or not, whether you are entering data or not, sorry, whether you are entering data or not. So we need this value, right? First name value, last name value, mother name value, some values, some attributes are there, right? That data we need, right? So that data, where is that data? In the component level, right? So that's why whenever you are defining this method, this function, suppose we need any data from this component, we have to use this component reference. Component reference. That's why here we are using the item component. Why we are using this component in the second item? In the second item, we are using the component. This is a reference to the first item. In the first item, I have some attributes are there. We collected the data from the user and we stored that data into that particular variable. Now I want to get that data. That data is in component level. How to get the data? That's why they are providing this component reference. So now the next one is, we want to pass this data to the helper, right? So we need a reference to the helper, right? We need a reference. That's why here we are using a reference helper. Even forget about that. This we will discuss. So finally, whenever we will click on this particular button, we are telling to this command button, you have to go to this particular function. This function is in this function is here in this controller. So here, this is my function. This is function is nothing but method name. It is a JavaScript file. That's why we will call it as a function. And here it is taking three parameters. It is taking three parameters. This is open bracket and this is close one. Suppose I want to declare one more method. See, this is my cancel one, right? Cancel button, right? We have to tell, I'm telling to the cancel button, you have to go to this particular method, right? So now coming into here, how to define is nothing but comma. Each and every method we have to separate it the comma. Now I'm copying the same thing. See, what is my method name or what is my function name? Custom cancel. See here, this is a custom cancel colon function, and this method also it will take three parameters. Is it mandatory? Means it is not mandatory. So just pass three parameters. One is reference to the component, one is reference to the event, one is reference to the helper. What is the purpose means we will discuss. So finally, whenever we will click on this particular button, now our request we are passing to the controller. So in the controller where we are passing to this particular method. Finally, try to save this one. You have a question here, boss, whether it is entered into this controller or not. I have to check. I have to check. So you are saying whenever I click on the submit button and we are adding one function, it will go to that particular function you are saying. It will go to that particular function you are saying. What is the proof? Whenever we are coming into the Apex class, what is the proof? Debug logs, right? We are adding debug logs, right? But here, what is the proof? What is the proof is nothing but generally we will use console.log, console.logs, console.log. But we will discuss about console.log. Presently, I am using alert boxes, alert or console.log, alert or console.log. Okay, so entered here, entered here. Okay, entered here, entered. So I'm just adding one alert box. Now here entered into cancel button. This is for our understanding. I'm trying to learning. So whenever user click on this button, whether it is going into this particular function or not, I have to test. How to test? So this is client side. Client side we have to use alert boxes or console.log. Server side, which one we will use? Server side, which one we will use? Debug statements, system.debug, that is server logs, that is server logs. This is client side logs. Logs are also different, alert boxes or console.logs, but the best approach is we have to use console.log, 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 entered here, entered here. Okay, we'll discuss that. We entered here, we have to use the best approach is console.log. This is client side logs. How you log in the interview also they will ask client side how you log, how you perform the debug statements and all those things. We have to say console.log, not alert. Alert is for our understanding purpose, but that is not the best approach. So we will use console.log or alert boxes, but the best approach is console.log. Server side means system.debug statement. So I will explain this console.log going forward. So alert entered into cancel, entered into save. Try to save this one. Now I will just go on to verify. Go to here. Where is our page? This is my page, right? Refresh this one. We have to refresh. Then only it will take the latest changes. We have to refresh. Then only it will take the latest changes. Go to here. Click on student form. Click on the save button. See here. Entered into save, right? It is coming into this particular method, right? Click on one. Now go to here. Click on cancel. See here. Entered into cancel, right? We are guaranteed, right? Our step is correct, right? It is coming into here. Now from here what I will do is I will pass my request to the helper. I will pass my request to the helper. Whenever user click on this command button, I am telling to this command button you have to go to the controller. From the controller we are going to pass my request to the helper. The third item is there, third item is there, my request I will pass to the helper. So what I will do, what is my next step is nothing but go to here. This is second item, right? Here in the here what I will do, again I will take the helper reference here, helper, helper dot call helper method or call custom save. While calling this particular method, what I will again I will pass these three parameters. Again we will pass these three parameters here also. Helper, in the helper dot call custom cancel. Okay, call custom cancel, any name. Okay, custom cancel. I'm just defining one method. Where is this method? In the helper. What is the reference for the helper? This one. Okay, now here again I'm passing these three parameters. So what here we are doing? So whenever user click on this particular button, it will go to our request to this particular second item. From the second item, what we are doing? We are passing the data to the third item. We are passing our request, not data. Our request we are passing to the third item. To the third item. What is the third item? Helper. How we are passing? Go to the helper. See, in the helper also we will just go and declare the function. This is also JavaScript file. In the helper also I am trying to declaring. See here. This is my method. This method what it will take? It will take the method or function. Generally, this is a JavaScript file. We will call it as a function. Here this is my function, this is my function. So I'm telling to this controller. In the controller, we have one function. I am telling to this function, boss, you have to forward your request to this particular method. Here it is asking, where is this method? In the helper. Helper means that is the third item. What is the reference? Here helper is there. By using this one, you have to pass our request to the third item. The third item is nothing but helper. The system, it will verify, yes, the third item is there. Again, I will check whether it is coming into helper or not. Helper, okay, helper save, helper save. Now coming into here, so we are telling to this cancel button, you have to call this particular method, right? Now again you have to come into here, separate each and every one, you have to separate each and every one, you have to separate. What is our method name? Call custom cancel, call custom cancel colon function here, function, see, alert, alert, helper, helper cancel, helper cancel. Try to save this one. Here also you have to save it. Go to here, the second item also we have to save it. Second item also we have to save it. Control yes. Now what we will do, I will just go and verify this one. Click on the refresh. Click on this refresh. Refresh this one. 2 times or 3 times you have to refresh, then only it will take the latest one. Go to your student form, click on the save button. It is coming into the second item, right? Controller. Click on this one, see helper save here, it is coming the third one, right? Yes, we are guaranteed. So our request is going in the sequence, going to the component from the controller, it is going to the helper. Now coming into the cancel, click on this one. Yes, entered into cancel. Click on this one, enter into helper. So we are guaranteed, right? We are passing our request from here, right? We are collecting the data from the user. So then any user click on this button, I am passing my request to the here. From here I am passing my request to the here helper, right? From the helper, what is our final target? Here we have one object is there. See, we have one object is there. This is my object. In this object I want to insert the data. In this object I want to insert the data. My student form object is there. Here first name is there, and the last name is there, and mother name is there, and father name is there. Father name is there. Based on these details, we want to insert one record here. That is final our target. This is my object. So how we are going to, from helper, how we are going to interacting with this particular object? Interacting in the sense means how we are going to insert. So from the helper, first the system automatically, the framework, this framework, Aura is a framework, right? We are trying to developing lightning component by using Aura framework. Aura framework. So our system automatically send my request to the server. Whenever it will send the request to the server, first it will verify, boss, where is your Apex class? Where is your Apex class? This Apex class we will call it as a controller. So what we will do is I am writing one controller here. Controller is nothing but Apex class. How to write an Apex class? Go to your file, new, see here, Apex class. So what is your Apex class name? Anything. Form creation controller. Generally they will use the terminology controller. Here I am just adding it as a form creation controller. Okay, this is my Apex class. Here this is my Apex class, right? Now coming in here, we have to tell to this lightning component, we have to tell to this lightning component, boss, whenever our request, it will go to the helper, right? From the helper it will go to the server. From the server it will call this Apex class. Yes, which Apex class? Lot of Apex classes are there. Which Apex class it will call? That we have to tell. How to tell is nothing but go to the component, go to this first item is there, right? Here we have to use one attribute. That attribute is nothing but controller. Go to here, the first item, go to here. Here we have to use one attribute, that is nothing but controller. Controller. So I'm telling to this lightning component, we are implemented business logic inside this Apex class. So here generally they will use controller. There also controller, here also controller. Everywhere any technology they will call it as a controller. Why they will call it as a controller? Here whatever the from the server, it will interact with any component. First component is there, that component general terminology is controller. From the server, our request, it will go to one component, right? Whether it is a Java class or Apex class, it doesn't matter. That first component name, technically we will call it as a controller. Controller is nothing but this is a component, it will interact with the server. This is the first request. The first request, this component only it will receive from the server. That's why they will use the terminology controller. So now we created one controller, one Apex class we created, right? One Apex class means I'm telling to this lightning component, boss, for this lightning component it will interact with this controller, it will interact with this controller. Yes, so just we informed, still we did not make communication, just we are informing, boss, for this lightning component we are implementing business logic inside this Apex class. Then the next step is how you are going to pass the data. You are collecting first name, last name, mother name. How you are pass that data? Here you have to observe, just we are connecting. We are telling to the lightning component, this is my business logic. I will write in this class, this is controller. But how to pass the data? That is my next step. How to pass the data? Coming into the helper. Coming into the helper. How to pass the data? How to pass the data is nothing but coming into Apex class. In Apex class, generally we will write our business logic inside method, right? Inside method. Now I will just go and write one method. Public, my method should be a static method. My method should be a static. Suppose I will not use a static, then we will not call from the lightning component. So this method should be a static, okay, static method, void anything, custom save. This is my method name, this is my method name, this is my class, and this is my method name. Now we have to tell to the lightning component, coming in here, I have to tell to the lightning component, boss, there is one method here in Apex class is there, in Apex class there is one method is there. In that method only we have to pass the data, in that method only we have to pass the data. So how we have to tell is nothing but on the top of this method we have to use one annotation, that is nothing but Aura enabled annotation. We have to use it. First thing is we are telling to the lightning component bundle we are implemented business logic inside this Apex class. The second one is generally where we will write our business logic inside method. That method I have to give to the lightning component, boss. From your lightning component you have to connect to this particular method. So yes, the lightning component is asking, boss, I want to connect with you, means you have to use Aura enabled annotation, otherwise I will not identify you, otherwise I will search for you but you will not available, the system it will not show you. So you should implement Aura enable, then only I will communicate with you, otherwise I will not communicate with you, otherwise I will not communicate with you. So from the helper, suppose we want to connect with any method, on the top of method we have to use Aura enabled annotation. Aura enabled annotation, this is called annotation, this is at symbol, Aura enabled annotation. Then the second one is this method should be a public plus a static. Return type is anything, it doesn't matter, that is based on my requirement. So whenever we are implementing one method, that method we have to show to the lightning component. On the top of the method we have to use Aura enabled annotation, plus that method should be a public static modifier. Now coming into the third one, I will call this method, I will call this method, okay, I will call this method from the third item. So here what we have to do, first we have to call the method, right? Call the method, call the server side method, right? We have to call the method. While calling, what we have to do, pass first name plus whatever the parameters you want, right? Last name plus mother name plus father name, we have to pass, right? We have to pass the data, right? So based on that data, I mean, first we have to call the method. So first we have to call the method, then the next step is while calling this method we have to pass this data, right? I'm collected some data, lightning component will tell, boss, I collected some data from the user, now I want to pass that data to the user. Yes, the method it will say, yes boss, I am ready. So you have to pass in this format: string first name, string first name, string last name, string last name, string mother name, string mother name with how many parameters it will pass, string father name. So the method is saying, boss, I'm ready, you have to pass these 4 parameters. Suppose you want any other parameters also, yes, you can add your parameters, you can add the parameters. Then what at the component helper level, what we have to do is, first we have to call this particular method, right? How to call this method is nothing but, how to call this method is nothing but we will use this syntax. We will use this syntax, component dot get off c dot. C dot means what? C means what? Controller. This time controller means server side. C dot custom save. This is only syntax. This is now, suppose we will develop 1 or 2 components, 1 or 2 or 3 components, then this is very common. No need any confusion. No need any confusion. See, now we want to call the server side method, right? So server side method name is what? Custom save, right? This is my method name. How to call the server side method? Some syntax is there. Component, see here, this is a reference, component dot get custom save, and C means controller means server side. Whenever you are using C in the helper level, whenever you are using C, the system it will identify, yes, server side one method is there, that method it will identify. But whenever we are using component level C means that is nothing but client side controller. Whenever in the helper level we are using cmean, the system it will verify it is a server side controller. So first we have to call the server side method. My server side method name is nothing but custom save. So how means, this is a C means controller, server side controller. How to call is nothing but we are calling this one. Then the next step is what? We have to pass the parameters, right? We have to pass the parameters. So where the data, we collected the data from the user, that data we are storing into fname variable, lname variable, father names here. I'm collecting the first name and I'm storing into fname. I'm collecting this last name and storing into this particular variable. Now what is my next step? Bring that data. How to bring the data is nothing but component dot get off v dot v, what is our attribute name? V dot fname, right? V dot fname. We have to bring component dot v dot get dot v dot fname means it will give the first name, and the next one is component dot get of v dot last name, this is not exact syntax. In the next session we will discuss exact syntax. Last name, take that data like this, component dot mother name, whatever the variable name, component dot father name. You have to take the data. In the first component we collected the data, take that data, the where that data stored into variables, take that data. Yes, this is my data. Now this is my method, this is my data. So how to set this data into this particular method is nothing but variable action. I will explain then in the next session also. Action dot action I think it's connect. Yeah, sorry, my side only problem. So now coming into here, now I am calling this particular method. Forget about the syntaxes. We will copy paste only. First try to understand the concept. First I am trying to calling this method. First we are trying to calling the method. This method is nothing but here. While calling this method is what expecting? First name, last name, mother name, father name. These data it is expecting. Yes, in the already we collected that data and we stored into that attributes. So that attributes were fetching like this: first name, last name, mother name, father name, and we are adding to this particular method. So this method is ready, right? Calling this method, while calling we are setting these parameters, right? Now I have to tell to this system, now I have to tell to this particular method, but now we have to execute. So now we have to tell to the method, now you have to execute. Now you have to execute. How we are telling to the system, how we are telling to this particular method is nothing but we have $a dot NQ action. NQ action is one method is there. One method. This is not exact syntax. We'll discuss in the next session. Okay. First we are calling this particular method. While calling this method, it will ask, this method will ask, boss, you have to pass all these things. Yes, I am passing. I am passing like this. So this is not exact syntax. We'll discuss in the next session. Once we pass, now I have to tell to this method, boss, I am passing. You have to execute. You have to run. That is nothing but $NQ action. Then this method it will insert. It will perform that business logic. Finally, it is performing the business logic. Whether it is success or failure, that we have to get it right. Again, we have to call, boss, you executed. Give me result. Give me result to me. Then give me result. Give me result, whether it is success or failure. I have to check it, right? Success or failure, that we have to check it, okay. So finally we are calling the controller method. While calling the controller method, we are taking the data, whatever the data we collected, right? That data we are setting to this particular method. Now I am telling to this method, boss, you have to run. I am giving everything. Then you have to start your execution. Yes, the method it will execute. Finally it will success or failure, that I have to know, right? Then that's why I'm telling, boss, you have to tell to me, whether it is success or failure. Some syntax is there. If it is success, then we will do something. If it is failure, then we will do something. Understand the concept. Forget about the syntaxes. Forget about the syntax. First we have to try to understand this concept. This is a component. Whenever user click on this one, it is going to the second item. From the second item we are passing the helper. From the helper, what is our target? Our target is we have to insert into this object. Then we have to write apex class. Yes, that is enough. Apex class we are writing. So how we are linking this apex class and this one is nothing but controller. So generally where we write a logic inside method. While writing a method, this method should be aura enabled and static method and public access modifier. So now from the helper, first we have to call this method. Yes, first we have to call. General thing, forget about this one. This is one method. First I have to call this method. While calling here, I collected some data. That data only we have to insert, right? That data I have to pass. Then this method it will execute. Then once it is executed, it is success or failure. Again I want to know. Yes, success means I want to perform something. Failure means I want to do something. So that is the next step that we'll discuss. This is not exact syntax. We'll discuss in the next session. Maybe you will get confused these many items like component, controller, helper. Try to understand the concept. Okay, try to understand the concept. Try to understand the navigation. Forget about the syntaxes. I will also copy in the next session. I will also copy the syntaxes from the developer guide only. Okay, from the developer guide only. This is for today's session. In the next session we will finish this example. Have any questions?